Hello, this is Nissim. This tutorial will give you the tools to take your local host, you can see here above, your local host domain, and that run whatever application, in our case is the ComfyUI, and render something, and to take it to the cloud, but it's still running from your machine. It just hook up to Tunnel to a tool, and you can actually use it anywhere from any computer, give it link for anyone, and everyone can use it. You can see that I render here an image, and I render here an image, one on the localhost and one on the internet, and both of them are here on my machine. Okay. Also, we are going to use another tool that I wrote that will give you the option to see all your output folder of Comfy. So if I will refresh and click on it, you will see it through the internet. Also, you can see the same one here when I'm on the localhost. This tutorial will give you all the tools you need to take your application online without to have any server. It's very useful when you have something that you want to share it and you don't want to open a real server for it. So let's get started. Our first part is to do the Cloudflare account. Go to cloudflare.com, which is, you can Google it, Cloudflare, you will find it instantly. And now we are going to create the new account. If you have an account, log in and go to the next part. Sign up. We need a free account. Free account is for free use and for small sites. All the sites that I had until now, I use the free account. Only if you need a really massive of configuration, you will need the pro or the business one. So let's take the free account. Good. Now I will add an email. Good. Now I will put a password. So you see that Google already helped me to put some password. Use strong password. Good. And verify that I am a human. Sign up. Now I want to add an existing domain. I don't have a domain. Okay. If I don't have a domain, they will ask me, do you want to register a new domain? Let's try. Every system needs to verify it. So let's go to the email, Cloudflare, and click on the verification. Now I want to search a domain. If I will search a domain, I want a domain that costs $1. $1. I don't want to invest $10, $20. I don't care. I don't care if my account will call Chukumik 12 or something like that. I don't care about it. But let's search a domain with the name Nissim. Okay, let's call it Nissim private Comfy. And let's do search. Now you can see here different prices. Now this is quite expensive for a domain. I want a very cheap domain. So let's see if I know that .space is very new and cheap. But it's still $20. We complete to create the account, but I don't want to buy the domain from here because I can get it much cheaper in $1. With the 2 clicks, I can move it to a Cloudflare. Now we are in the domain called domain.com. This service will help me to find my domain, whatever domain I want, in a very, very cheap price. Okay. So let's go to it, and I paste the domain that I just asked for. Let's do search. This domain, let's see what is the price that they are offering me. First of all, you can see here that they give me tons and tons of things, like almost $30 for that one. So let's start to remove the thing here. Let me increase it a little bit. Okay, I will delete the free, this one, I don't need it. I don't need the privacy protection. And I want it for 1 year. Boom, $1. Let's continue and purchase it. Good. All the things that you see here, you don't need it. Okay, I really don't need all the protection and everything because this domain is not a site online. If you have a site online, you can do email, you can do all of this. I really don't need it. proceed to billing. Now I need to fill all the form so they will connect this domain to me. Okay, now I fill all the details, and I also fill below the billing address and the credit card and everything. Guys, it's only $1. Now I will do purchase. Now, congratulations, your domain purchased. Let's go to my domain. Now we are here on the domain, on our dashboard in domain.com. We need to verify our email. So let's go to verify email and let's create a PIN. Okay, I will give it something simple. Now I will get it from my account, from my email. Verification, this is the code. Paste it and verify. Very good. You can do the two-step verification. Do that for your account. I won't do it now. I will just show you what to do. But technically, you can do it using an email activation or using an app. So do it if you want. I do it for my real account. This is a dummy account, so I won't do it. I have my domain set up, and I confirm my email. Let's go to domains. And I have here my domain. Good. But before that, let's do something which is very important. You see here, I have renewal on this date. I don't want to renewal it. I really don't want it. So what I will do is I will go to Renewal Center. You can see here on the bottom left, Renewal Center, and click on it. Now you see here my account. So I will click on it. I will select it and disable auto renew. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, now it's in a process. It's not occur immediately. It will take some time. After a minute or two, you will see that the auto renewal is off. If you do want it, keep it. If you want to keep this domain. Now go down to the domain, in the domain, and we need to go to Advanced Tools. In the Advanced Tools, you have the DNS. Now we need to set here two domains. The current one is belong to domain.com. Now we need to get the DNS record. Let's get them from Cloudflare. Let's go to Cloudflare. And we left off in the registration domain when the prices were too high. Now let's go to transfer domains and a domain and paste our domain name and do quick scan for DNS records. Now Cloudflare will try to give you a suggestion. Maybe you want more rules, which means that you have more configuration to do in the server. We don't need that. We just need free account with very small amount of rules, and that's it. So free account. Now in this part you will see all the records. You don't care about those, okay? You need to scroll down, and then you will see here the two DNS that you actually need. To use Cloudflare, change your name server. Okay, so we need to take those two. First of all, we copy the first one, go back to domain.com, we click on manage, but make sure you have here to manage. You need to manage the name server DNS. So click on manage. Yes, continue. Now we'll paste the first one, go back to Cloudflare, copy the second one, Control-C, Control-V, and put it here, and save. Now this action of changing the DNS server can take a couple of minutes, but it's quite fast. They can say it will take a day, but today it's really fast. And we can go to the Cloudflare to make sure that it's a change. We did the change, and now above you will see pending name server update. Now you will see here the instructions. Okay. Before we went down and we took the name server from here. You also can take them from here. You can see here the pending until you will complete the instructions. So let's go to the instruction page. In this page, you can see that we also get the updated the update DNS values, so you can just click and copy. Okay, and after you will do it, they said it can take 24 hours, blah blah blah. I understand, but it's much faster. Now we can do check namespace now. After around 5 minutes, I refreshed the page and I get a message that now my site is at Cloudflare, which is great. Now we are ready for the next phase of connecting that domain to my local machine. Now, how we are going to do that? Now we are going to go to the machine and we'll do some actions and some installation of a tool of Cloudflare that will allow me to do all of this beautiful connection. Let's do that. Let's open the terminal. So we can click on the Windows command and just type PowerShell. You can see here, it allows me to open it. Good. Now we need to connect to Cloudflare. But first of all, we need to install Cloudflare. So the first command is to install the Cloudflare tool, which we'll do with winget install and the ID of Cloudflare. Now, if I will run it, it will tell me that it's already installed, and is right. I already installed it. What you will get is 1 minute, couple of seconds, and you will get it. The second thing that we need to do, we need to log in. We need to log in our computer to the Cloudflare. How do we do that? We need to type Cloudflare, login, and enter. Now we are going to go to Cloudflare dashboard. You can see that this is our domain and everything, so we click on it and authorize. Now let's close it and let's go back our terminal. Okay, now you can see that I have a certificate on a folder called .cloudflare cert.pem. This is the one. Okay, but it's only for this use. I will drop it after that, so it won't be used for anyone. Now our computer is connected to Cloudflare itself. Now we need to create a tunnel. The command is that Cloudflare tunnel create and the name of the tunnel. I will call mine ComfyTunnel and enter. Now I have this tunnel created and I have a new file created here with the tunnel ID. Now we need to run it. Now we need to create a file which is the configuration file. Now to do that we need a text editor. And I have here already construct the content of it. The name of the file, I will call it config ComfyUI YAML. Okay, and you see here all the data about it. I call it ComfyUI, just a comment to know what is this file, the name of the tunnel that we gave before, the location of the configuration, the JSON file for this tunnel, and you have it here. You will just give the exact location. How do you do that? Right click on it and you do copy as path. You have this part. Now we need to give it what is the host name in Cloudflare that we need. So we give it a ComfyUI as the subdomain and our domain. And here I gave it localhost with the ComfyUI port, which is the different channels on your machine that communicate with the world, and Confi using 8188. Okay, this is what we need, so let's save it. And we save it here under config ComfyUI. I choose very nice names. And if it will ask you where to save it, you can click here, copy, come here, and when you will save it, it will give you where to save it. Now, so we have this file ready. We can put it in the side. We need to run it. We need actually to run this tunnel. How we are going to do that? We're going to give it the full command. Let me show you that. So we're going to do Cloudflare tunnel config and give it the YAML file location. You know how to do that. and run, and the name of the tunnel that we want to run. Let's run it now. Now, one important thing, you need the ComfyUI to run in the background. Okay, so make sure that your Comfy is running. Now, let's take my URL and let's see if it will work. It won't work because something is missing. Nothing. Good. Now let's go and just see if we have our domain live. Our domain is live. Good. So it means that we need to fix something. What we need to tell Cloudflare that it actually this domain, this subdomain connected to our domain, so it will give the instructions to the internet where to find it. How we are going to do that? We're going to go back to Cloudflare. We're going to go to the DNS records. Those records will tell Cloudflare will tell to everyone that want to know where is our domain, subdomain, etc. If you don't see those three records, which is type A, www, and the IP, another A with the name of your domain, another A with asterisk and the IP, so you will need to create those. I had this problem. I deleted all the records that I had, and I created those by doing add record, type A, value, save 3 times. Now we need to create another 2 records. Mostly 1 record per tunnel. We will have in the end 2 tunnels. Now we need to create the record that will tell Cloudflare to connect it to our tunnel. How we are going to do that? We can go to add record, select CNAME, and give here the name that we gave in the tunnel. Yeah, the tunnel is connected to ComfyUI and our domain, right, as a subdomain. So let's copy it to here. And now the value here is a very specific value of the tunnel. Now, look here. This is our tunnel, right? The ID of the tunnel. We need the same ID connected as the subdomain of the domain, which is the tunnel domain of Cloudflare. So we have the ID dot that domain of Cloudflare. Super important. That means it increases a little bit so you will see it. Okay, so we need to take this one. We are going to copy it and paste it here as the target. And we're going to do save. Okay, so now we have a connection to our tunnel from the DNS, from the Cloudflare service. Now, after we created the record, we need to do one more thing. You will go to this link and search for tunnel and click on it. Now, this service will allow us to do that tunneling. So, but first of all, we need to choose a name of our team. Let's call it Nissim team. And next. I just want 0 because I want free. And proceed. You will need to add here a payment method because it's actually free. So you won't need to pay anything. Okay, now I completed to set my payment, which is we are not going to pay anything, so don't worry. And we're going to do purge. Okay, now that we set up and you can see our tunnel, you can see them now here on the network under tunnels. Okay, now we are going to go back to our DNS. Okay, so from this point, now that we set up everything, we can go back to the Cloudflare DNS. We set the DNS as you remember. Now it can take a couple of minutes until the site will be live, until everything will work, because it's a configuration that need to pass to different services. So now let's go to our ComfyUI. You see we still get an error. Let's do reload. And voila. Now the ComfyUI is moving, passing from my machine to the Cloudflare, and the Cloudflare will pass it to me. So technically I can do it from any computer. It's not, I can drag it this part to here, because I prefer it there, and that's it. And I have all my models, everything is here. I can do everything. Let's select model, delta, and just run it. Now it will load, it will run, it will do everything like it's on my own machine. This is super cool. So the next step that we have is to create a service that will show us output folder, so we can browse to the internet from other machine and just see it. So let's do now, I will do a fast forward for my the same setup. Make my local application that I will show it to you now. Now that application show everything I did in Comfy, include subfolders and everything, how many items I have there, etc. Now if I will click here, you will see, wait, this image, I just created it here, right? Oh, the same image. Beautiful. So my service, my local service, just read everything. And let's do it again, so I'm not bluffing anyone. This was to the internet, right? And now I have this image. Now let's go here. Let's go to the previous one, refresh. Same image, right? Okay, so that specific service is written in Python, and I will give you the entire source code for it in the GitHub link. You can just go download it and use it. And everything it's give there is just a way to see all your content from your machine, and you will connect it to the tunnel and you will just see it. So I will set it up and I will show you the final setup of the new tunnel of Comfy for the output files. Okay, done. We have ComfyUI output Nissin private ComfyUI space. Same thing. Now it's working online. Let's see what I did. The same thing, it took me around 5 minutes to do it, and the DNS took around 1 minute to update. And you can see here, let's refresh. Now we are healthy. This is the new one. We have the CNAME configuration, DNS config record, ComfyUI with the same one. Everything is here. We also have the files, the file that is ready here. So we have the old one, right? The first one, which is the Comfy, and we have the new one, which is ComfyUI output, etc. port 8000, sorry. Okay. Now we have we set the record with the correct domain, and we have the command that actually did it. Okay. So let's go. Let's go here. And let me show you the command that I just ran. The first one was tunnel create ComfyUI output tunnel. The second one is that run it after I set up the thing in the back, which took really like 5 minutes. And now I have everything run. I can see all my files. Let's close the localhost, and let's close the Comfy, which is the localhost. Now everything is run remotely. Okay, I can use Comfy. By the way, this is my personal Comfy, which is huge with a lot of models, etc. And it just works amazing. So thank you very much for watching that, and I hope it's help you. I know that I can use it anywhere, and if I have a friend that needs some AI and doesn't have anything, I can just give him this is not my real one, this is the one only for the tutorial, The real one is here. One more thing, I will give you in the description below the folder in the GitHub of how to get for this beautiful, with all the explanation, all the steps, how to install it. It's a couple of commands in Python and you have it installed. You just download the Git, do a download, open it, and use it on your machine, and run it with a very simple command. Okay, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Please subscribe, help me to spread the word. I believe that I helped someone with this tutorial. So please assist me to spread the word. Bye.